Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and today I got Tsunade versus Chun-Li. Thick thighs versus 106. But y'all already know what this is. Let's begin with the actual serious debating here. To start off with Tsunade, her AP and durability kind of go hand in hand here. She actually shown to have at least small planetary, if not flat out planetary levels of strength and durability. Now you might say, okay, Legendary, how are you able to scale Tsunade to planetary? Well, this kind of revolves around her being comparable to Biju. I would say she's physically superior to Kakashi and even around Six Gate Guy, who were able to fight against Biju. I would also say she is above Biju level, considering how she was able to simply pin and slam Gamabunta's sword in Manda, with Manda being stronger than both Katsuya and Gamabunta combined. And this is actually pretty prevalent because Gamabunta was able to fight against Shukaku. And then later on in the war arc, she was able to prove herself, being able to actually overpower Madara, even being physically stronger than him, being able to actually crack and bust open his Susanoo with repeated strikes or even with a simple punch, even forcing him to switch out and use a wood clone. And with Madara, he is superior to KCM to Naruto. You could probably say just because of his power level. But to be fair, it does, kind of give him a good scale, or give Tsunade a good scale around. So she is around that Kage to nearly getting to that level of being slightly beyond Kage, or at least that Biju level. She's definitely Biju level by far. And this actually goes from planetary due to the fact that the Biju combined were able to match Kurama, who actually was stated to have world-splitting power, or earth-splitting power, which kind of translates that Kurama would basically be able to split the planet in half pretty easily. So again, this pretty much just goes hand in hand here. I mean, we even get translations like Kurama does have earth-shattering destructive power, meaning he's going to be able to destroy the planet very easily and pretty easily as well here. So again, I don't think it's very bad that Tsunade would scale at least to Kurama, or at least around Kurama's level, but she should be superior to the Biju that Kurama was able to overpower. Okay, in terms of hacks and abilities, Tsunade has her insane regeneration. She's able to heal from being stabbed through the heart and even being cut in half. This means that she's able to she really can't die too much. I think the only way you could probably beat her is if you are able to pretty much slice her into pieces. Maybe, but very iffy. But however, she can be knocked out or vastly strained from herself. So again, Tsunade doesn't really have too many weaknesses here. However, she is able to use her healing hands in different ways. Other than regenerating from wounds, she is able to regulate and rearrange someone's nervous system. So again, she actually is able to operate on a cellular level in a way, being able to rearrange and move someone's nervous system to the point where they can't even move their body properly. For example, Kabuto's shoulder, the moment he tried to move his shoulder, he would actually move his left leg instead. If he moved his right, it would actually move his left. So again, his nervous system was out of whack the entire time. She's also able to summon Katsuya. Katsuya easily scales above the likes of Orochimaru, who should be at least superior to some of the Akatsuki members, at least around, possibly superior to the likes of Hidan and Kakazu, who are able to handle the likes of Matobi, which is the Two Tails. And Matobi was one of the few Biju that's able to match Kurama as well. Ooh, excuse me. So again, Tsunade should easily be around the multi-continental to, planetary margins, with Katsuya being above her, as Orochimaru pretty much stated. That Katsuya with her acid spit would be able to melt him very easily. So next off, we're going to move on to Chun-Li. Chun-Li is actually really ridiculous here. You guys are going to be prepared for some scaling, because the Darkstalkers crossover is actually confirmed canon by Capcom. And no, we're not going to be using any Marvel vs. Capcom scaling, because that means Chun-Li actually just dog walks Tsunade even worse than she probably is going to do here. But Chun-Li is able to go toe-to-toe and knock around dark stalkers like John Talbane and Morgan. This is impressive because John Talbane is actually superior to Anakaris, who was able to sink an entire country. And Morgan herself is able to cut up and slice around Pyron, who is able to crush stars with his bare hands. So again, this puts Chun-Li around pretty much the planet to star levels automatically, right there. Okay. Chun-Li also has very powerful chi manipulation. She's able to use the Kikoken, which is a small energy blast, and the Kosho, which is an orbital energy blast. She's able to rearrange it in size. She's able to rearrange the Kikoken in sizes, and has even been able to use this to knock back Lilith and Morgan, who are both comparable to each other. So again, their AP can also scale to their durability as well. And this means they're able to take attacks from Pyron and Jeddah, who are characters that can easily range from star to universal when it comes to power. She could also use her chi manipulation to actually boost her senses to the point she was able to identify weakness in structures of different entities. So this means that excuse me. So this means that Chun-Li is able to identify the weakness in her opponent, even target the pressure points in pretty much anything, to the point where she can target pressure points in a mountain and straight up bust it open. It's absolutely ridiculous. She's even able to do this on people and absolutely paralyze them. And if she wants to kill you via your nerve points or your weak points, she can actually simply just turn up the intensity of her attack and simply one-shot you with those abilities. Okay? Chun-Li also is able to use her chi in different ways, being able to basically, I guess you can honestly say she can enhance herself. This is how she's able to use her speed very rapidly, enhancing herself with chi. She's able to use these with her kicks, with her punches, enhancing them with energy, being able to do much more acrobatic things. And she actually is known to have the strongest kicks in the Street Fighter universe. That means her kicks and maybe even her AP should scale to Akuma's punches. Akuma being able to destroy a world-shattering meteor and even being able to destroy with a simple palm strike to the ground should again be more than enough to cement the fact that Chun-Li is nothing to trifle with in this universe. She's actually known as one of the strongest women on the planet as well. So again, just a quick recap. Chun-Li easily has star levels of AP and durability as well. Her speed should easily be around faster than light as she's keeping up with Darkstalkers. And with her abilities, she has ki manipulation or chi manipulation with the Kikoken, the Kokosho, and the various kicks that she is able to do with them. Okay? So without further ado, let's really break this fight down. And I actually do think that this fight can go either way. But however, I kind of do favor Chun-Li for pretty much way too many reasons in here, okay? There is just too much that kind of favors it. First off, it's the Morgan scaling. The sheer fact that Chun-Li is able to contend with the likes of Darkstalkers kind of just favors her too much, as we haven't seen Naruto really cross over and really be on par with anybody. The only way I would be able to get Tsunade to a reasonable level, or at least a reasonable star level, is if I wank her so hard that I say she is stronger than War Arc Sakura, who was able to pretty much keep up in some ways with Sage of Six Paths, Naruto, and Sasuke, and was able to actually harm Kaguya in some capacity. Okay? So this means she would have that star level capacity in some ways. But again, that would be me wanking her. Meanwhile, Chun-Li is a more faster fighter. She's actually, if I had to say what Tsunade does take, and let me rephrase that, Tsunade should be around the same level as, Tsunade should be physically superior. I would say that. She's definitely stronger and more durable based on their feats. If we don't give them, that that high tier or highest level scaling. And if we keep it at the planetary margin for both of them, because Darkstalkers do have planetary feats here. If Darkstalkers do have these planetary feats here, I would definitely say that Tsunade is still physically superior to her, no matter how you really look at it. Okay? Tsunade can crack the ground over with one finger and is able to literally just shatter Susanos like it's nothing. However, Chun-Li is the faster, more agile, and more hacked out fighter. She's also able to keep Tsunade at a distance. Now, you might say, what if Tsunade summons Katsuya? Well, I would have to say that Chun-Li is going to use her senses to target Katsuya's weak points. And considering she is much faster than the both of them, faster than pretty much anyone Tsunade has ever encountered in actual combat, I would have to say here that Chun-Li is able and is going to target every vital part of Katsuya's body with her chi or her ki, whichever one you want to. Which I probably get it confused. Kikosho, Kikoken. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just call it those. With her Kikoken or her Kikosho, she's able to literally block Tsunade's attacks and reflect her off, kind of like Neji's rotation, if you will. And the sheer fact that Tsunade's fighting style also drains a lot of stamina. That's a problem. With Tsunade's fighting style being able to drain her stamina, Chun-Li is far too smart of a fighter to actually, let that slide. Okay? She's far too smart of a fighter to even let that kind of just slip past her and her ignore it. She'll take advantage of that, wear Tsunade down of her stamina, and then she'll go in for any killing blow she has. Even if Tsunade heals from it, it's kind of, she'll just keep going for those killing blows. And at the end of the day, I just favorite Chun-Li a lot more because she has the AP advantage, she has the hexes and the speed advantage over Tsunade at the end of the day. Chun-Li takes it at least the first 5 times out of 10, if not 6 times out of 10. But if you want to say go to the highest level scaling, then Chun-Li simply dog walks. But hey, that's going to be all for today. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.